हम लोग चुप बैठेंगे एकदम.
Already streaming now, live.
So shall we start? It's 5:30.
Okay, go ahead.
So welcome everyone. This is the third installment of our series of debates. We have a very interesting panel today. We have young optometrists and experienced optometrists, and we have Mr. Nilesh Thite who will be moderating the session. I will be keeping the time. So over to you, Nilesh sir.
Awesome. Thank you, Paula. And thank you once again for having me moderate a session like this. But this one is particularly very close to me because we are going to talk about academia versus corporate, right? And I've spent most of my time, in fact, you can say all of my professional career between these two entities, right? Either academia or corporate. So this is like two eyes. I don't know which one to pick, right?
That is why we call you for moderating.
Yeah, one eye could be a preferred eye, slightly preferred, but still corporate and academia are like my two eyes, very little to choose between the two, right? And this is going to be a very interesting debate. We have seasoned panelists here, very passionate, very dedicated, young, enthusiastic, yet seasoned panelists. And all four of them are very, I've worked with all of them very closely as well. So I think let's quickly introduce them and then we move on. So to begin with, let me introduce Hiral Korani. Hi, Hiral.
Hi, sir.
So Hiral is representing the academia, and she completed her bachelor's of optometry as well as master's from Lotus College of Optometry, Mumbai. Currently, she is pursuing her PhD at the Chitkara University. Her areas of interest are contact lenses and low vision. She is currently the assistant professor at Lotus College of Optometry, and she is also the head of the Department of Custom Ocular Processes. Right, tough one. So welcome, Hiral.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next one, we have another person associated with Lotus College of Optometry. She is an alumna of Lotus College of Optometry, Sonal Oza. She graduated from Lotus College of Optometry in 2016, around 5 years ago. After that, she joined Vision RX and as lens consultant. And currently, she's working with Carl Zeiss as training associate. She has an experience of around 5 years in the corporate domain. So she is going to represent the corporate domain. So good thing is Sonal and Hiral are going to oppose each other, though they are from the same institute. So that's going to be interesting. Let's see how it goes, right? The third one is, and probably the odd one out, the minority in this particular group, the only man is Zishan Akhtar. He's currently the assistant professor at Optometry School of Health Sciences, Sushant University, which is in Gurgaon. He completed his Bachelor's of Optometry from Bharati Vidyapit and his MPhil from Elite School of Optometry. Again, he has around 5 years of experience in academia. Currently, he's teaching subjects like research methodology, biostatistics, optometry advancements, diagnostic diseases, binocular vision. कुछ रखा क्या?
Sir, versatility.
कुछ तो छोड़ देता. कुछ तो छोड़ देता बाकी लोगों के लिए. So we have Zishan Akhtar, and he is going to represent academia. And finally, we have Jayashree Shekhar. Jayashree is currently the assistant manager of Bausch & Lomb India, and she is working in the southern zone. Again, she graduated from Bharati Vidyapit School of Optometry, Pune. She also completed her master's of optometry from Shankara Hospital.
Yes, sir, Shankara Hospital.
Yeah, I got it right even without reading. She is known for her professionalism, her training skills, and also her cooking. But I'm yet to taste the sambar made by her. So Jayashree, next time in Chennai, sambar on you.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. So interesting, I would say team. Two of them have been my students. So it's amazing to see them represent each domain. One is going to talk about academia. The other one is going to talk about corporate. So without further ado, let's start this debate. What we are going to do is we will invite one person from each domain and will allow them to speak, their heart out about that particular domain. And that will be countered by one person from the other domain. So we have 4 of them and 2 in each domain. And I am going to allow Hiral to start with academia because she's very passionate. And in the meantime, I'm going to ask Jayashree to be prepared because she is going to be the first one from the corporate side. Hiral, your time
All
starts
right.
now.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for introducing me. And hello, everyone. So I just saw one movie clip from Tare Zameen Par, and that's what it reminded. It had a very good punchline which says that जो दिखता है हमको लगता है और जो नहीं दिखता हमको लगता है नहीं है, लेकिन कभी कभी जो दिखता है वो नहीं होता है और जो नहीं दिखता है वो होता है. So welcome. अगर नहीं समझा है किसी को तो please welcome to the world of academia. That's where an academician takes a pride of not only mentoring the students but mentoring their fellow colleagues, because it also is all about taking a pride of doing something what you love about. It also talks that so academicians work towards not only short-term goals, but it makes sure that it works to solve all the long-term problems so that it gives you a life-lasting life to people. So when you talk about academics, right from your master's level to PhD to postdoc, everyone gets into academics. You can actually, get into academics. You start at a very ground level of being a lecturer, and you can go as high as being a dean, being into not only being a head of the optometry department, but as high as being a dean of health sciences. And this just reminds me about Monica Chaudhary. She has actually become a dean of Shashank University, and she's not only heading School of Optometry, but she looks after entire health sciences program, right? So that's what all academia is about. They not only want to collaborate with only optometrists, but they also go about collaborating with other professionals, not only in optometry, but even in other fraternity. So a great example here I would talk about is Dr. Krishna Kumar Ramani. Dr. Krishna Kumar Ramani, not only an optometrist, but he made sure that he develops a multidisciplinary approach by collaborating with occupational experts. So he is now collaborating with occupational experts and making sure that how to get optometry into that occupational background. So this is how academician works. This is how academician takes at a higher level of not only being into one direction, but making sure. So, they make sure that they not only, they tend to shine a diamond out of the coal. So दुनिया में ऐसे ऐसे हीरे पैदा हुए हैं जिन्होंने सारी दुनिया का नक्शा ही बदल दिया है, क्योंकि ये दुनिया का देखने का नजरिया उन्होंने अलग कर दिया है. So that's what academician does, right? वो अलग दुनिया देखते हैं and they make sure that the entire world changes. That's how they bring a new vision. So when we talk about stability, academics is one of the profession where you have a stability. If you have got a tenure and you have maintained that tenure into academics, then you have a great stability. You get an opportunity to represent your university at various national level conferences, international level conferences. You get an opportunity to get various funding with from various grant programs like DST, then NIH. So that's what it is. You become your own boss. You don't have to work for anybody. So there is a saying which says that if you love what you do, then you don't have to work for anybody. You work for yourself. That's what academics is all about. You work for yourself. You do your own research. You develop your own research. You make sure you just get into it. So there is no end. So for example, let's assume that you give a contact lens and you forget to give proper instructions, and the next day patient just wakes up with a microbial keratitis. Wow. But academics, it does not end there. If you make an error, it's again a beginning, right? So you again come up with a new approach, with a new deadline, or a new path, right? So there are no short-term deadlines. There are all long-term goals. That's what all academics is all about. I think I have try to give a good approach towards academics. And I think I just sum up here. I just give opportunity to others to talk.
Wow. Thank you, Hiral. I think you really set the ball rolling. You really covered some very interesting points from the domain of academia. I agree with most of them anyway. And you know that I've spent over a decade in academia. So I have to agree, right? And I'm going to probably say the same thing when Jayashree is done with her part, because I agree with that as well, right? So thanks. I liked your शेरो शायरी also in between, yeah. Keep it up, हाँ. ऐसे ही पढ़ाना चाहिए ना, ताकि students भी अच्छे से grasp करते. They also understand.
पत्थर से हटकर सोचना ही academics का काम है.
Absolutely, and they remember such things long term, right? Awesome. So to counter Hiral's argument, we have Jayashree. Jayashree, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, all yours.
Okay, very good evening, one and all. And thank you, Nilesh sir and OSE for giving this opportunity present in this platform. So my topic is on corporate, right? So basically corporate means what? It's related to business. It always works with cooperation. Corporate and corporate, if you just spell it, it's almost the same. You know, if you want to corporate and cooperate, you know, only two alphabets here and there is different. But immediately a question will rise in your mind. Cooperation means with whom? So that see in my discussion, in detailed discussion of my thing. Like when you talk about corporate, it's basically a blend of academics and management. Both have their own share of pleasure and pressure with certain demands. Corporate plays a very important and vital role in 4 categories, like in retail, in academics, research and developments, and CSR activities. Some may have wrote what is CSR. It's basically like corporate social responsibility. So that's what the corporate does. And if you just take, all are not independent. They solely depend upon each other. And corporate plays a vital role in funding these channels. If you take it in retail as a segment, the corporate actually brings advanced type of the technology of lenses into the market. How it is being brought to the market? Through the academics by the technical knowledge of a particular product, like talks about the features, advantage, and the benefits in detail to the ICAR practitioners. Corporate is not only for the retails, even for the academics. For example, the corporate also helps academics in their conferences by doing some sponsorship for the events, and various activities is done through in their conferences. But in turn, what is the advantage of corporate? In turn, corporate also can have a chance to showcase their products of the new products in their portfolio to a large group of ECPs in a common platform. That becomes easy for the corporates. So we does as a sponsorship for many conferences when we work in the corporate. So basically, it provides a golden opportunities to interact with a different level of practitioners and the students. What I mean is a different type of practitioners when we are on the market visits. Okay, so we could able to meet a senior most optometrist, and we can able to see even a fresher optometrist. So from the senior most person, as we are into the field, we can also able to gain the knowledge from them. You always remember, right? With the small kids are there, we always say sharing is caring, right? So you always tell the kids, okay, it's the right time you have to share with everyone. But in the case of this, in the corporate life, sharing is gaining. What you're going to gain out of is sharing is you're sharing your knowledge with others. What you're exactly gaining is your experience and the confidence and the communication skills. So these are the points where you can actually able to learn when you have an opportunity to meet with a different type of the level of people. Every day is a new day for us. Whenever you go to market, we're not going to meet the same phases, right? Every day when we are in the market, we try to get a chance to meet a new persons, and we start to have a better public relationship with them. Actually, the PR increases in case of the corporate life. It is also gives you a favorable circumstances to present in various regional and national conferences. All this surely helps us to stand out from the common crowd. So once you're on the corporate, when compared to the other circumstances, this actually gives you to stand out from the common crowd. The most important thing is when we work in the corporate, we always ask to be updated with the latest technology used in the various products, not only in our company products. So for example, working for X company, you should not remember only of your products. Even X, Y, Z company also, you have to know about their products and the technicality of the particular company. That also really matters when you are working for a corporate. The great satisfaction comes from you like when you're sharing your knowledge with others. So they say the corporate life is always an evergreen. Yes, it's very greenful, and it is all comes, as Nilesh said, it's about passion, right? If you're really does with a passion, that then you are into the corporate.
Awesome. So again, from one passionate academician to one passionate corporate professional, right? And as I liked a couple of points that Jayashree made, I think instead of, it's not just corporate, it is also cooperate. And I think Shajan is also endorsing your view. He's saying, yes, it is cooperate, right? And he's also mentioned one more point, which is it's you versus we. So when you talk about corporate, it's not you or I, it's about, working together. The other thing I think I liked from what Jayashree you mentioned is there's a learning opportunity at every point, at every day when you interact with different people, different practitioners. It's like a learning opportunity for you also, right? You impart
Right.
your knowledge with them. At the same time, they also give you some insight, some pointers from their practice, and that way you keep updating yourself and you keep learning, right? So we've had one each right now. There are some interesting points coming up in the Facebook chat also, but I think Lakshmi wants to say something, so I'm going to allow that.
One question was, how do you integrate research and corporate this thing in terms of research funding? Maybe we take that in the end of.
I think what we'll do is let one round get over, then we'll take these questions, and before starting the second round, we'll take these questions.
And I also liked one thing, Jayashree, that you mentioned, like what Nilesh said. Every day is new learning. So I think you tend to also learn interpersonal skills because you keep meeting such a different variety of people in corporate. And
Yes,
and it will all depend on that person's mood, how they react to you on that day. If they had good clientele, they'll be happy. If not, something. And sometimes they might also, in case you've not delivered the lenses on time, then it will be a different reaction. So you learn a lot of interpersonal skills.
Absolutely.
Exactly, ma'am. It always, we can't expect only the positive feedback from everyone. It will be a negative. Whatever it is, always the customer is right in our thing, right? Yes. So we'll say, it's sure, madam, we'll do it for sure. No problem. That's where we do it like.
Awesome. So taking a cue from Jayashree and also Hiral, now we are moving across and we will allow Zishan to share his views. Zishan.
Thank you so much, sir. And thank you, OCI, for this opportunity. So I have been into academics since quite some time now, and since the day I have joined academia, I always feel, this is the field I really wanted to work or really wanted to spend time with. There were several reasons for that. And I'll be taking on what Jayashree ma'am has spoken about. When there are so many things, yes, you can do in a corporate, but at the end of the day, everything comes out from the academics. So if you want to conduct a good research, you need a help of a good academician to conduct a good research. If you require to do a CSR, as you said, corporate social responsibility, you need a workforce of these students. Again, you are dependent on the academician or the university or the optometry schools. If you look at, as you said, advanced technology, again, there will be some scientist or an academician who will be developing some new technology, which you should learn and then inculcate in your work. Okay, you said sponsorship. Yes, sponsorship, of course, the corporates has to give to us, but because we are the right person, we are going to utilize it in such a way that it is going to benefit the whole community. That is why it is coming to us. And of course, as she said, there are new experiences as we are meeting people every day. What I feel is even, interacting with students gives you a lot of insight about how they perceive things, because they are the ones who have a very unstable mind. And if you can satisfy somebody with a very unstable mind, I guess you can satisfy each and everybody you meet across a day or across your life. And also, as she said, passion, of course, if you have a passion about something, yes, that is the way you should deal with. But I always feel what Nilesh sir has just started with, these are the two eyes. I would definitely say that the academics will be a dominant eye of us rather than the corporate being the dominant eye. And we all know, as a part of a very, if in terms of money also, he will rightly mention that once you reach to a certain level, you will be earning a good amount of money in academia also. And then even if corporates offers you a handsome salary, okay, you need time to spend that salary. You don't have time there to spend that salary somewhere, right? So after 5 o'clock, you have your own life, you into academics, you can have your own ideas of research, which you can, inculcate and bring out something new. You can work the way you want. You're not dependent on anybody, and you are not looking into the benefits or in terms of money, but in terms of giving back to the society or giving back to the community. So what I feel is overall, somewhere you will always have an upper hand as an academician over the corporate sector. That's my personal view. Nilesh sir and Lakshmi ma'am can add on to it. And if I talk about this, there are so many people. Of course, Ambani has made a lot of money. But when we talk about respect, we always give more respect to Dr. Kalam because he has been the scientist, he has been an academician. And so in that aspect also, people have, because money is not the only thing people look after. There are several ways people try to invest their life in. And once you inculcate those thoughts into young minds and then you see them progressing in doing better in life, you will realize that somewhere you have made that possible or you have played some role. So as an academician, it's not just you teaching them a technical aspect, but also grooming them socially or making them a better citizen who will contribute not just for themselves, but also for developing the society as a whole. That's what my personal views are all about. That's the reason why I always enjoy doing academics. Of course, corporates helps us in so many ways, but I feel we have an upper hand, the points which I have just mentioned.
Awesome, Jishan. लगता है बहुत दिल से एकदम तैयारी करके आया है ना? पूरी भड़ास निकाल दूंगा आज मैं, ऐसे सोच के ही आया था ना? Good. I like certain points. I liked the respect part. I like the satisfaction part. And I think most of the academicians, most of the educators are in this field for that particular reason. Exactly. I just want to draw a line between academia and research. Not necessarily every educator is a researcher. So just understand that. Of course, there is a thin line. You'll see a lot of overlap between these two domains. But not all the researchers are.
It has become a mandatory part of an academy.
Exactly. So
it has become a mandatory part.
Yeah, but if you look at it till now, not every educator has been a researcher of that highest order, right? So, okay, there is an overlap now, but not necessarily all the time. But apart from that, I agree with all the other points that you mentioned. One more point I disagreed with, and agar Khemraj sun raha hoga, to he will definitely disagree with this, along with me and Pushpender and the team that we have, that where is the time to enjoy the money? We definitely find time to enjoy the money. Don't worry about it.
So we always have exceptions, right? Exceptions like you, Khemraj sir, and Pushpender sir. But majority of them I have seen, I've known friends from the corporates who always come and say they don't have time. They reach home by 11 o'clock in the night. And
absolutely. Then so both ways you will have, and there are exceptions and there are stereotypes and there are exceptions, right? So it's up to individuals. I think I'm going to pass it on to Sonal now. Sonal, sun liya na sab?
Yes.
हाँ? तलवार निकालो. शुरू हो जाओ.
So very good evening to all of you. So firstly, I'll start with my journey of passing out optometry and getting into corporate. So when I was in third year, I was very inclined that I want to go into corporate because मैं जब भी वो imagine करती थी, एक गाना background में चलता था, fashion की है ये दुनिया, पैसों की है ये दुनिया. So yes, like वो भी होता था and एक image भी दिखता था कि yes, the one with the blazer, one with the laptop bag. So yes, we imagine that world of corporate. So the glamorous part is there. But again, if we talk about learning, there is a lot more of learning. So as we have discussed that corporate, for my understanding, I can say it is a comprehensive, it gives you a comprehensive optometry exposure wherein you get to see patients. So from clinic exposure, we get to see patients and we do troubleshooting to even classroom teaching. So we teach optometry students and even to ophthalmic dispensing. We guide, we help practitioner to get into more scientific knowledgeable dispensing. So even that is one comprehensive optometry exposure what we get. Adding to that, teaching for us is like each and every day our classroom changes. The set of audience changes every day. So the way of teaching, the approach changes. So we have to teach about basics also to certain customers. So each and every time the approach of training, the approach of learning changes. And here we get an exposure, not about just about subject knowledge, but here we get knowledge about specific market knowledge we get. Then user habit, we get to know user habitual awareness, we get presentation and knowledge skills. Yes, it is required. So that exposure we get in corporate. Adding to that, even we get an opportunity that we travel to places. So exposure to places, even that is add-on benefit. So we get to learn about different market, different cultures, and even that is also a good learning for all of us. So in a way, corporate helps for a 360-degree learning, we can say. So from basics, what we learn in college, here moreover, we implement those basic knowledge, and basic gaining knowledge is also there, plus implementation, what we have learned. So here we implement more into practical aspect, so that we can say. So implementation is very important, because once things are learned, but if we are not implementing it, it is of no use. So your implementation, what we do, we try helping customers or opticians or practitioners to implement those knowledge, so that in a way we are helping.
Yes. Awesome, Sonam. So already sounding so mature.
Thank you.
I was actually thinking, are you in academia or corporate, the way you're sounding? Yeah, no, it's a compliment. Don't take it negatively.
Thank you.
So basically, Sonal wants to say that, you whatever you have learned in your academia, in your academic life, you have to implement that into practice. And corporate gives you that wonderful opportunity where you can influence the practitioners to, apply whatever knowledge and skills they have learned in their academic setup. So I think that's a valid point. Corporate gives you that. And I think a couple of people have mentioned that point, which is, I think Pushpinder says that whatever research and whatever knowledge you are imparting, that has to be translated at practice level. And that is what facilitated by the corporate professionals. Valid point. Sarjan seems to be on fire, man. He is like, he should have been in this particular debate, it seems. But he's saying that the examples that quoted by Zishan, that even people like Ambani's, they have also worked very hard to reach wherever they are. And we agree to that. So it's nothing like we are trying to belittle anyone's effort or anyone's status, right? Everyone has worked hard. Each and every type of work is worship. So whether it is academia or corporate or private practice or research or whatever else in optometry and even other professions, I think we agree that work is worship, and every work and every act of work has a role in the society. So there is no question about that. Okay. Lakshmi, you want to say something?
I just wanted to comment on the previous thing about research and academia. You know, I think when we talk about research, people forget about clinical research. They all think it's all labs and experiments. Absolutely. And that's what research is. So just for the youngsters who are listening, I just want to say that even as clinicians, you can also do research. So in the sense, people who are in academia can also do clinical research, and it's not just limited to having labs and, bade test tubes and doing experiments. Research is nothing but basically answering any kind of unanswered questions. That's all is research. So I think that kind of a myth which people kind of tend to have in their minds, I just thought I'll just make the comment on that. Yeah, Sharjan is on fire, absolute fire.
And I think even Enzo wants to say something because it's such a hot topic.
Somebody's trying to manage him in the background.
He also has something to share. Anyway, Lakshmi, just taking your point further, and that is why I made that particular point that not every scientist has to be an academician. In fact, if you know, even at corporate organizations, there are scientists at very high post. Product development requires very high level of research, right? Then even clinical trials and so on. So yes, we have many academic institutes that are doing great research, but it's not limited to the academic institutes. That's the point we want to convey.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's done at the clinical setup also, and also at a corporate labs where you have very high level of research activities going on. That's the message we wanted to pass on. Awesome. So I think the first round is over. It's even Steven going neck and neck. As usual, we always have debates which go like that. Lakshmi, you want to pick anything from the chat and ask them? I think that one question we can address now.
Yeah.
I'll come to you. Just give me 1 second.
One comment for Sonal that has come through is that, well, your knowledge is only limited to your company products, which I think was countered by Jayashree's comment saying that you have to be abreast with all corporate products and just not yours, because when you go into teaching, there might be questions about other products as well, and you need to be equally aware of the other products. So I think that kind of counters the point that's been made. Yeah.
Also, it's not just the product, it's the science behind the product that is more important.
Absolutely.
And unless you have a generic knowledge of optometry and that particular domain and then the product, you cannot stand confidently in front of a practitioner.
Absolutely. Yes.
Take my words, and all these corporate professionals would know that. Okay. There was one question, Lakshmi, which was about research. How do the students or the institutes approach the corporate? Is there any role? Can they approach you, and will you be able to support? How does it work? Something like that. I think Parthasil asked that question. So anybody wants to take that?
Jayashri, you want to take that? Then after that, if you want.
Then we'll go to the second round then.
That we have to discuss with our team, sir. I'm not sure how it happens in India, but other countries we do it. But India, again, like we are actually importing it. We are not manufacturing any lenses here. So the sponsor for it or something, I have to get back with my company. Sir. I'm not sure like how they does.
Okay, no issues.
Knowledge that I have, Nilesh. So basically, if you're interested in some kind of a research that is pertaining to either ophthalmic industry or contact lens or anything like that, you can have a small proposal and approach the industry saying this is what the proposal is. If it is, falls in line with their kind of strategy, then they might, help you in some way or the other. I'm not saying that it will be only funding. They can help you in other manners as well, like in-kind contribution and stuff like
consumables
that.
Also.
Yeah, consumables also. And not only that, even maybe putting you in touch with somebody where you can get a patient database or something like that. All those can be done. So it's a matter of networking and reaching out to them. And they're, at least in yours and my experience, which I'm sure I can speak for you also, we've always had positive vibes from the corporate when we approach them for something like this. And if it totally falls out of their domain, they say, I'm sorry, this is not something that, falls into our this thing. Yeah, Kiran, you can go on.
So just adding on to it, along with the database, sometimes some of the corporates also wish if they can show, or as an academician, if you can do some pilot kind of a research, and, you can show the potential the kind of research has, and that's how you can further develop that relations and get the grants or some kind of a support from the corporates. So that's what, from the academician point, that's what you can do.
Okay.
And one area that commonly reaches all corporates is something that touches the public health. So if there is any public health angle, most of the corporates would, pick it up saying that, okay, it's in the, it's in the view of the, goodness for the public at large, then let's do something.
Okay. And just to add to that, most of these industries, they also have a complete dedicated, I would say, wing which handles the research protocols, etc. So you can directly approach them with whatever proposal you have, and they look into it, and depending on how your research proposal is, they take it further. Okay, good. So we've had some interesting comments, interesting discussion already. Round 1 is even Steven. Now we are heading into round 2. And we'll make it reverse now. We'll give corporate the first opportunity to speak this time. And last time Hiral went first, right? So I'm gonna ask Jayashri to go first this time. Jayashri, take your gun and start shooting.
Okay, so first I just want to say on the Zishanta's telling about when to impact the students is a tough job to do training program and come to the practitioners. It's actually vice versa. Because let's take the students in the colleges, the students which they're passing out of the colleges, schools, the knowledge level will be almost the same. Here and there, maybe 10 marks, 20 marks will be different. But when it comes to the practitioners, it is not so. Because we have an opportunity to train a different level of practitioners. It's not to be like only, we always train only the master's people, or we always train only the bachelor people, nothing like with the degree, right? So even we have a chance to train up people from different knowledge levels. So there we have to go to their level to explain the concept, whatever you want to impact on them, right? So in where we actually, in turn, we'll be gaining our communication skill also, our teaching skill basically, okay? So all this, not all the students on same level when it come to the corporate teaching level. It is actually different. Then we're talking about the time, right? We don't get time to spend, and the time we were talking about 10 to 5 job and yeah, to the point, to an extent, yes, I agree with you. But here, once you have a passion, we don't see for the watch, you don't see for the time. Once you want to do something for your professional, we'll be involved into that. We won't feel the time. We don't have any time to spend. We don't have. If you have money, then also we don't have time to spend. Yes, we can spend. Everything is possible in corporate life. Okay, we do get when you're doing for. You do get that is very flexible. If you're working for academics, your job is 10 to 5. You have to be sharp 10 at the office. In corporate, when we do overtime, the next day we can start our day by 11 or 12 or 12:30. There is no fixed timing for us as such in corporate life. We talk about the timings is very flexible than the academics when compared to the corporate. We do have more flexibility. Okay. Then as I said, the corporate doesn't work very isolated. We always, as I stated in the starting of my stream, corporate and corporate, it always goes hand in hand. We have a better cooperation with all the individual practitioners and the practitioners who practice in the chain stores. As a part of the teaching, not only in the corporate, right? We do some training programs, and we are part of the global chains. We do done a tailor-made training programs for students and practitioners. With all these training programs, the ECPs and students actually can drive home the importance of the contact lenses for the betterment of the knowledge and the practice. As we got the comment from Mr. Pushpender, sharing that whatever knowledge you're impacting in college, are they really impacting in their routine practice? That's very big question mark. They may be confident about the academics. They'll be very good in theory part. When come to practical, their practical knowledge is very important. So we as a corporate people will be there with the hands-on of daily routine practice. So once you are in academics, you'll be teaching them and sending them out of the college. After that, really doesn't know what how they are practicing, right? So we as a corporate people, when they go for the market visit, we have a chance to meet on daily basis. We try to interact with them, then we'll know where they are standing, what type of support they require. So we'll be having a betterment in the supporting them, right? So these are the things like, all the corporates will have their own mission and vision, okay? So we do corporate actively participate in CSR activities. For example, if you take Tata Industries, right? Their mission is like improving the quality of life underprivileged community people. Right. So from the total revenue, some percentage usually spent on the CSR activity. So in the corporate optometry, you would see like we do conduct free eye camps by having a tie-up with a few retailers, and we give free classes of free trial contact lenses as well. When we work in a corporate, it basically gives us an aerial view of the best optometry practice happens in the country. And suppose some need of the improvement required for some practices, as we could able to observe the different good practices, best practices, we are the person to help for the people who really require some improvements in their practice. So they'll be easily asked, we have become more approachable for them. Okay. So if you want like to work in the qualification, if you want to work in the corporate, the minimum qualification, what we expect is the passion. Why I feel personally is, among all this, if you want to be the best, you have to work more than the rest. Then you can be in corporate. I repeat once for the last sentence. If you want to be the best, you have to work more than the rest. Okay. So that's what I follow. That's why I couldn't able to be in the corporate for since almost 10 years plus. And that's all from my side. So if anything there, we can do it.
Yeah, I see you, man.
What a punchline that was.
See, I just wanted to highlight one more important aspect of corporate. When you join corporate and when you spend so much time, you also learn to use beautiful words like aerial view, right? And end it on a high with a punchline like that. So yes, it definitely has certain benefits. And Jayashree, I think you made some very, very valid points about. I'm coming to you. I'm giving it to you only. Don't worry. Sabka time aayega yaar. See, you are in academia, so you have learned patience. I know that.
I have learned a lot of patience.
So yeah, Jayashree, I like certain points. I was just mentioning time management, right? And flexibility of work, that is also an important aspect that you highlighted. And having to deal with different practitioners with different background is a real challenge. And in that challenge, you learn and you become a better polished person as well. So thank you, Jayashree, for that. Lakshmi?
Thank you, sir.
I just wanted to say, Zishan, corporate लोग enjoyment जानते हैं. वो
कर लेते manage.
I know they know enjoyment.
जाते हैं, हम लोग ही मरते हैं, ठीक है?
Okay, so Zishan, your turn is going to be the last one. I'm saving you for the last. So right now we are going to have Hiral who's going to counter this particular argument. Then we'll come back to Sonal and I'll end it with you.
All right. So yes, just putting some points from Jayashree and Sonal, and of course some points about only limited to research. But yes, academics or academicians or teachers, they also have an opportunity to work into clinics. And as Sonal mentioned that, they have an opportunity, that they learn only theory and not the practicals. But the beauty is that they learn practicals, they make mistakes and they implement it again into academics. And that's how they learn further. And that's how when they get into the corporate life, they become much more, better. They get that learning from that failure. So, and apart from that, the beauty about academics is not only research, not only clinics, but also getting into community, working towards the community, working for the betterment of the community. Then, talking about, training that corporates have they have an opportunity to train various cadres of people. In fact, I have had an opportunity of train the trainers where I have gone ahead and trained the corporates into, eye care sector about basics of eye. So that's how academics also play a major role in training the corporates. And then further, they go and impart that knowledge. So when we talk about deadlines, corporates have huge deadlines. They are really pressed with deadlines, and they are pressed with a lot of goals. But academicians, chill out. Just chill out. ठीक है, आज नहीं हुआ काम, no problem. We'll do it again. We will again work again. We will work. We do not have any sort of deadlines. Beauty about an academician or a teacher of teaching. Okay, they also plan their teaching. They have their own way of designing a particular course. Okay, so they also find various innovative ways of how they can, more interested in learning something. So that's how teachers work.
You mute. Are you done, Hiral?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So Lakshmi cannot control her laughter.
Seriously.
What happened?
Somebody called Hina is saying corporate is like portrait view and the other one is one more view.
Corporate is panorama and academia is portrait. That's a comment. And Shajan is saying no, it's dynamic view actually. So अभी हम एकदम side track होने वाले हैं if you look at the comments too much.
What imagination, no?
Yeah, but I'm liking the comments actually. That's what makes it interesting, That's what spices it up. So keep commenting, guys. We are just enjoying your comments. Now we are going to hear from Sonal, this is interesting now. She's going to counter her ex-teacher. Guru ko thoda sa counter karna, but that's okay because you're just putting across your point. It doesn't matter. Just go on.
Yes. So if we talk about, opportunities, like we have got huge opportunities in corporate because we learn with different verticals. We have got a whole team with us. Even sales, we learn business aspect of it. With marketing, we learn like how to launch our product. Okay, so many different verticals we learn, and even there is many more career growth in corporate. So even that is also there. And yes, our deadline की बात करें तो yes, if we follow everything, then चीजें आसान हो जाती है. Yes, but again, if we talk about the implementation part and the learning part. Hello?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, go on.
Yes. So I was talking about different verticals, what we get to learn from, like sales aspect of it, business aspect of it, marketing aspect of it. So there are many more learnings what we get in corporate. And even if you are very sound enough, you get opportunity of launching a new product, sharing new ideas, strategies, planning strategies. And there are many more things in corporate what we do. So even that is also there. So if you'll see, there are many examples what we have in industry who were previously working with retail, and then is like with the business expect, with their business knowledge, like they have raised their flags. So they have again turn into a business, successful business. So if with all this knowledge, 360-degree knowledge, if we get from our corporate experiences, if in later stage of life, if we think of developing or establishing a private practice, then all this corporate experience can help us into establishing a independent practice. So everything what we learn, basics plus implementation plus business knowledge plus marketing, promoting the product, everything will again end of the day will help us. If in case if we want to establish an independent practice, we can do it. So everything we learn out of this.
Awesome. Sonal being the youngest one but sounding like the most mature, I'm just enjoying this. And thanks for your comments, Sonal. I like the part where you are talking about within the business corporate domain, there are different verticals. And we know a few cases already from optometry. They have taken up professional services is a common thing, but even marketing and sales, there are optometrists who have good business acumen. They have taken up roles in sales as well. Optometrists who have understanding of the marketing part of it. I know a gentleman who has taken up a role in marketing in one of the leading multinational companies in India as well. So yes, there are different verticals that you can be a part of, and being in that particular role, your knowledge is kind of 360 degree. You get a perspective of different departments, different domains, and you become a better and more knowledgeable person overall, not just within your optometry domain. So thanks for your perspective, Sonal. And as Zishan has been waiting for a while now, and he's just itching to go, I'm going to give it to Zishan. Zishan, take it.
Thank you, sir. So I would like to start with what Sonal has mentioned and Jayashree ma'am both has mentioned about the kind of exposure somebody gets into corporates. But basically what happens, if you look into the academics, there are also, okay, I understand there are different verticals in corporates, but if you look into academics, the verticals, when I talk about corporates, those verticals are a part of the same building. We have a different floors of the same building. But when you come to the academic, there are whole different exposure to whole different fields. Okay, everything is moving toward interdisciplinary approach nowadays. The whole education system is moving towards the interdisciplinary approach, where just to have to not limited to, if I'm looking at the optometry, I'm just not limited to optometry. I can collaborate with engineering, I can collaborate with other disciplines or other segments also, and build something which is going to benefit the society. When it comes to us and while teaching, so when you have to be a teacher, you should have a good command on the other subjects also or other disciplines also, so in that way, the kind of exposure as a teacher also, you have to be at par level to satisfy the students' need, or give the desired knowledge which is required for them to excel in their coming life. So that is one point which I wanted to mention. Second thing is which Jayashree ma'am was talking about, that the kind of an exposure we get to deal with different practitioners. But nowadays, because even the institutes or the universities are now shifting their approach to create their curriculum or create their teaching pedagogies in such a way that you create people which are market ready. So once they move out, they actually know, or they are already being trained at their institutions how to deal with those practitioners. Or for example, if somebody is going to work with the corporates, corporates will not waste time for them to teach. So in that aspect also, the kind of an exposure we give or you give or people will get is almost same. And ma'am was also mentioning about the practical things, as which was really well countered by the Hiral ma'am. Now, other thing was ma'am said work hard. Yes, absolutely. We all need to work hard, but we also should learn to work smart as well. So that I believe in that instead of working hard, we should also believe in working smart. So instead of working 10 hours, if you work for 5 hours a day and done the job for the day, I guess that is going to help the people. And as the technology is moving further and the things are moving, the education system is moving further. Even the teachers, or as a teacher, I also have to learn so many new things, even so that I can cater the needs or fulfill the needs of my students. And that's where the kind of an exposure I receive as an academician or as a teacher is far more versatile than somebody receives in corporate.
Okay. Thank you, Zishan. I think I like your counter argument to exposure, right? So within academic domain as well, we can have exposure to different disciplines. It's like interdisciplinary education or interdisciplinary research, right? Where it's different verticals. You are getting knowledge and information from different domains and departments, not just your own optometry. So yes, which is a very heartening thing now that the academic domain is also expanding, and the academicians are getting more rounded exposure rather than just one becoming expert in a small thing. We are getting more holistic exposure. This is a great thing that is happening. Also, yes, it's becoming more dynamic. The education is becoming more dynamic now. The new challenges have actually forced the academicians to evolve rather quickly. And I think the academicians are responding very well to that. So that's an awesome thing which is happening to academics and academician. So both of them.
I also like the comment where he said, work smart.
Work smart, yeah. So don't work hard, work smart. Actually work hard and work smart, both. It's not just one. We need to keep working smart as well as hard to achieve the best, right? Okay, coming to some of the comments now, because now we are done with the both the rounds, and there are some very interesting comments going on. I liked one which is a recent comment by, I think, Divya Shandil, which is using academic knowledge in corporate is the best way to lead our profession as optometrists. So lovely comment. Thank you for that comment, Divya. There's one more comment. I think it was Bharat. Bharat is very hardcore academician. So he's saying that the social life is generally better for academician. He is a very passionate and, staunch academician. So any of you, Jayashree or Sonal, you want to counter that? That the social life is generally better with academicians compared to people in corporate?
Nothing like that, sir. Even a corporate life, we have better relationship, because if you are in academics, we are restricted to the number of faculties or students in the particular college or, XYZ faculties, that much, right? When a corporate is not only you sitting to your particular corporate life, we come to know many new people. We start to have the better rapport. The public relations, like PR, actually increases. The number of friends that we have when compared to the number of friends what academician will have, sure, that really matters. And people, they said, like, better time and relationship. We find like corporate people really enjoys when compared to the academicians. Again, the time they be restricted, 10 to 5, and they have more time to spend, etc. Accepted. Even in our thing also, when we are working, we'll be working. When we are enjoying, we'll enjoy alone. We don't think of other things like.
Right. So yeah, I take your points also, Jayashree, and having lived that life, I can say a few things here. But some valid points from Bharat and Jayashree countered that. What I feel is maybe, Bharat, you need to see some more corporate professionals who are enjoying their social lives, and then you will know that it's not as bad as some of us perceive, being into academia. So I'm going to take a couple of comments quickly. And Fakhruddin, right from Malaysia, he's an alumnus of Lotus College of Optometry. Very beautiful comment. He says that to celebrate teachers' work, we have Teachers' Day. I don't know if there's any corporate day. I like this. And why not? Kuch aisa karna chahiye, yaar. Kahan gaya Shajan? If your call is done, you can come back and comment on that. Kemraj is there, other corporates are there. So I think it's an interesting point. We should have something like a corporate day for people in corporate also, because I believe both of them are doing phenomenal work.
I just want to add to one point to that, sir. Yes. Every day is a celebration day for us. We don't stick only to a Teachers' Day. Like,
this is what corporate teaches you: how to convert a challenge into an opportunity. See,
yeah.
And Mohit is
we do not
celebration. Even
so,
a Teachers' Day is also celebration for us because we are also part of the academics. We never say we're out of academics. That's
so
why
we are everywhere. Basically, you are everywhere.
Yes, that's why I said starting off my statement. Corporate is corporate.
Okay.
Corporate is everyone.
Work when they work.
One definite drawback of corporate, which Mohit Shetty has raised, corporates are on more WhatsApp group than academicians. I agree. This is a definite drawback.
Yes.
Yeah, you were saying something, Hiral? We'll just take last closing comments from each one of you, and then I'll summarize.
So when it comes to enjoyment and work, so corporates work, and enjoy. Whereas academicians, they enjoy their work. They enjoy and they do their work simultaneously. They all don't go hand in hand. So they don't only work or research, but they enjoy and they do work.
Yeah, people like me probably enjoyed more than work.
And when it comes to yes, people generally have a oversight. The academicians are sometimes taken, that thing is taken oversight is because of the pay. But if you see about all the majority universities nowadays, they have all got into 6 pay and 7 pay commission. So that's where to academics.
So fortunately, people are realizing the importance of educators, and going forward, we'll see better pay structure for educators. Okay, let's just
from Nilesh Chavan, basically saying corporates get paid more than academics. So good.
Yeah, so by and large, that's how it is. But this is changing, and I'll come to that when we are summarizing. Just one line each. Sonal, you want to say something?
Yes. So both profession, if we say both are respectable profession, it's like if we complement each other, that is the thing.
Diplomacy.
This is my student talking.
This is diplomacy, which is also taught well
this
by
is my
corporate.
Student talking.
Yeah, go on, Sonal. So basically, you think both of them are important and they complement each other. Awesome.
Each other, yes.
Agreed. Jayashree.
We are very cooperative with everyone, sir.
Okay. So corporate and cooperate, you are playing, you are doing the word play. Okay, nice. Jishan, any last
one thing I just want to say, it's more of what you want to do, it's more of what you are passionate about. Yeah. Each of the fields have their own, expansion, and you have a lot of opportunities in each of these fields. Doesn't matter whether you're an academician or you work for corporates, it's going to be, if you enjoy your work, you should definitely take it. It doesn't matter where you are, you try to do your best. I enjoy teaching. I prefer this over that. Somebody prefer that over this. It's their personal choices, but yes, whatever we should do with our heart. That's all.
So if Lakshmi allows me, can I say something from my experience also, because I've spent significant time in each of these two domains, maybe 12 years in each actually. So 12 साल एक डोमेन में तुम सबके मिलके जितना एक्सपीरियंस है ना, उतना मेरा अकेले का है. ये बाल धूप में सफेद नहीं हुए.
अभी कहाँ सफेद हुए?
So yeah, so just to summarize, I think all four of them have done wonderful jobs. So first of all, round of applause for all of you.
Absolutely, yes.
And the passion comes through, and this is what we love about certain enthusiastic professionals ki jo bhi karte hain na dil se karte hain. So those who are in corporate profession, they are also equally passionate. Those who are into academia, they are also very, very passionate, and that is what I love seeing in any professional. Just they don't work just because they have to earn money. There are different ways of earning money, but doing whatever you are doing passionately, it's really it's very heartwarming for me, at least. So hats off to all of you. And I really enjoyed, all your views and your passion, right? So I've been into both of them, and I found both of them definitely have their own plus points, as well as a little bit of, I would say, lacunae or shortcomings, but more about plus points. Coming from academia, I think the satisfaction you get at the end of the day, when you have taught a group of students, youngsters, young mind, clean minds, when you teach them a good concept and they understand that and they recall that concept next day, you cannot compare that with anything. Okay. So that is the satisfaction I enjoyed in corporate. When you see your student growing into a professional and doing justice to whatever you have taught, that kind of kick, the kick that you get out of that, it's unparalleled. You can't get it from anything. And that is why I could sustain academia for so long. right? Every new batch, every student is a different challenge. Every student has to be dealt in a different way. But whenever you see them grow, whenever you see them successful in their field, it is amazing. So you have no idea how I feel right now when I see Zishan and Jayashree being so successful in their own fields, right? So that gives a kick to any academician. And I think that supersedes anything else when you talk about academia.
Yeah,
Money वगैरह सब है. Yeah.
The way Hero jumped in saying, that's my student. So
exactly. That's what I'm trying to say, right? So that's a different level of satisfaction and kick that you get. And you can compromise certain other things like pay structure, etc., when you get that. Okay. So you sleep well as an academician. I always keep saying that you sleep well because you have done something good. You give more than what you take. And that's what someone like me would love doing that. Coming to corporate, what I love about corporate is the exposure you get with corporate. Okay. You get to speak to so many different people that even if at all you had any ego that you are the boss and you knew everything, you understand where you stand. You get more rounded and grounded both. You see that there are people who know so many other things better than you do. Okay. So the exposure you get through corporate is unparalleled again. But to be very honest, and they actually, I would say they do complement each other anyway, and they're a part of each other. So whenever I was in corporate, my main job was anyway training, which is related to academia. The difference was I was not training students, I was training practitioners and professionals. So instead of formal education, it is educating the professionals. That's the main difference. So instead of teaching, we would call it as training or mentoring. But in a nutshell, you are actually enhancing people's lives. You're grooming people. So both fields complement each other really well because basically you're grooming people and you're enhancing their lives, right? So I would like to end on that note that though we call them as separate domains, to me in last 24 years, there has been a lot of overlap. When I was in academia, there was a lot of corporate activities I was doing. When I was in corporate, there were a lot of academic activities I was doing. So I wouldn't really call them as separate domains. If you ask me personally, I think I've enjoyed both of them together for last 24 years and probably continue doing that. So on that note, thank you very much, guys. You've been phenomenal. Continue doing what you're doing so well. And OCI team, you guys are equally phenomenal. You're bringing all these people together. You're giving all these lovely inputs to all the youngsters who are listening to these wonderful professionals. So hats off to you as well. Congratulations.
And keep it up. Lovely way of summarizing. I just had one comment to say that, of course, corporates have deadlines that you have to strategize and meet. But at the same time, academics have curriculum and their own plans, which they also have to meet up to. So, and that's actually getting tougher and tougher. It's not getting easier now. It's actually getting more tougher because you're moving into evidence-based practice and learning and all of that. So you have to do a lot of research before you prepare for a class. If you really want to, have that impact on students and things like that. So it really needs a lot of hard work and planning as well. So both ways you need to strategize and plan. So it's not something that you can just, say, okay, last minute mein kar lunga or whatever it is.
Nahi chalta abhi. Students are very smart. It doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. And to just, I think we should end it on Jayashree's punchline, saying work hard, harder than the rest. So even in academics, you have to work harder than the rest. If you want to climb the ladder in academics, you have to work harder than the rest. You have to have, some kind of a research that's coming along with you, prove your skills in all the areas. As Zishan said, maybe multidisciplinary. And that's how you grow the ladder in academia. So be it academia, be it corporate, be it private practice, nothing comes easy. That's I think the summary of the entire thing.
Paula has been itching to say something. Go on, yes, Paula.
Yes, Paula.
We'll give you last words.
I would just like to counter Zishan on the timing factor. Academicians do have to work a lot of extras as well, Zishan. It is not easy.
Now, since the COVID has happened, yes, it is happening.
Otherwise also, it is not like a 9-to-5 job. It is tough.
घर में आके भी कभी-कभी preparation time होता है and paper correction. Okay. Anyway, I think we've used that 1 hour very well. And once again, thank you guys and keep up your great work. And we'll see each other some other time somewhere else.
Yeah, I just want to thank all the participants.
Thank you.
Absolutely a wonderful, wonderful session. Zishan, Sonal, Jayashree, Hiral, great enthusiasm that comes from all of you. And no wonder you're all, in the position that you're holding. It really shows your credibility in terms of that really comes out during such sessions where you influence young minds. And it's very, very important that, we groom all these young minds using all your leadership so that people get the right kind of perspective as far as the profession is concerned. So thanks a lot for all your time and all your preparations as well. And thanks, Nilesh, of course, the Master of Ceremonies. Thanks a lot. You always add spice to things. And that is the talent which it's just inherent in you. I don't think there can be another Nilesh.
एक ही काफी है, लोग बोल रहे हैं नहीं चाहिए. Okay.
So thanks a lot, everybody. Thank you, Paula, for keeping the time and arranging this. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.